It makes me pleased to see my Daily Bugs channel up and running again. There are 50 videos on Ripple's YouTube account that students have uploaded today. On the other hand, XRP's price was climbing and was approaching 60 cents. I don't understand why Ripple decided to make all those films public today if they want to tokenize assets in the near future. Go ahead and check out their tokenization strategies. Consumer loans, microloans, and tokenized mortgages are the main drivers of private credit and debit, which is the second fastest growing business. Other important players in this sector are real estate deals and treasury notes. Tokenization has many other potential uses, such as simplified trading of carbon credits, better financial flows for SMEs, and better price discovery when compared to traditional assets. You should expect new businesses to spring up anytime tokenization becomes popular. Tokenization has the potential to make or break an entire business. Truthfully, this may turn into something worth $1 gazillion. A significant portion of the value will be recorded on the XRP ledger. The SEC regime, in my opinion, will go down in history as a bunch of dweebs. Taking into account the exponential growth of Ripple in both nations and throughout Europe, where the UK and Europe both boast substantial marketplaces while the US falls behind, it is clear that the SEC versus Ripple case has made a big splash. I made sure Brad was aware of all those details in 2022 and 2023, so he's absolutely correct. Nothing will be a problem in the long run because even smaller nations are rapidly adopting Ripple Net technology and XRP for international payments. Visa Direct expands the service by settling Ripple payments below Domino's NEOM. With NEOM, you can easily use Visa Direct to make local and international payments to millions of endpoints across 160 countries and 990 marketplaces. Looking at all the nations where NEOM is already present shows that it is constantly developing and spreading. Moreover, rippling isn't often the main issue. The developers of the Ripple network are also chugging along on another huge project, a system to ease cross-border rail payments. With the launch of WireX Pay, the Bitcoin payment processing services WireX and VSAP have joined forces to streamline Bitcoin transactions and connect with millions of merchants around the world. The day will come when you can just walk into any store and pay with cryptocurrency. That's when they start accepting it. That is the main reason we are making strides towards widespread approval. It keeps coming out that in 2020, the state of Georgia granted WireX, a crypto business powered by Ripple, the first financial transmission permit in the US. In a nutshell, that is how long Ripple and WireX were partners. These elements were already in place far before 2020, when the majority of us were just experimenting in the cryptocurrency sector. It would have needed a crystal ball to have foreseen the rapid rise of Ripple and XRP at that time. Also, very little was said about what was happening behind the scenes. After months of talks, FTX and CFTC reached an agreement worth $12.7 billion. Seemingly, everyone who lost money in the FTX crash is getting their money back. Despite the widespread belief that this riches will be reinvested in Bitcoin at some point, I remain skeptical. Inflation is one example. Due to inflation, many people's life savings were wiped out. Even if FTX, computers, the internet, and blockchain were to collapse, I believe a significant amount of capital will reinvest in the cryptocurrency market. I believe that many of these investors will continue to pour money into the company, and that the blockchain industry will witness the rise of next-generation internet and computer behemoths like Google and IBM. Things change in the end. I never fail to take notice of it because, well, compared to what was happening in the past, technical improvements these days are lightning fast. Take into consideration the evolution of television. Your satellite service was activated when her cable service was cut. Online video viewing has recently become a reality. This is in the same vein as televisions, which have progressed from standard definition SD to high definition HD and now 4K. There will be a small number of companies that emerge from the next major cryptocurrency revolution, and they will all be utility focused. I envision a lot of Bitcoin platforms going down, and the ones that make it will start the next trillion-dollar business. XRP, Ripples, and Brilliant are only a few of the possible kinds. There is an endless list, and Chuan is only one of a handful. Since there won't be many remaining companies, this is going to be an exciting occasion. Bitcoin, according to billionaire Michael Dell, is fascinating. The frequent appearances Larry Fink makes on prominent media news sites praising Bitcoin give the impression that he is trying to attract more retail investors to cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin in particular. Regulators are needed since the Bitcoin industry is rife with scams. Furthermore, you should educate yourself on cryptography. It was certain to happen that FTX will fail, yet, more and more people are simply abandoning Bitcoin, maybe because they've discovered something better elsewhere. You can access the tool right now. The credibility of Bitcoin is declining due to tokenization because the cryptocurrency is unable to efficiently and affordably handle large-scale international money transactions. Headlines like this will appear once you look through those headlines. William Quigley, co-founder of Tether, has verified what most of us suspected, that Tether is not and will not be linked to the US dollar. Once Tether is destroyed, the quick collapse of Bitcoin will start. Most people won't be ready for it when it happens. Because of the everyday shackle they provide, many individuals find themselves quoting Michael Saylor's statements. Does anybody you know have immediate funds available to invest in Bitcoin? Michael Saylor would like you to be well informed, so he lays everything out for you. We are back to square one with what I said in the earlier video. At some point, XRP will perform better than Bitcoin, in my opinion. It is also possible to achieve this subsequent ascension. Many believe that nothing will change in 2017 and that XRP will turn Bitcoin on its head. Will this occur again? Actually, I think so. That woman feels the same way about Bitcoin as even the folks who are currently pushing it, like Larry Fink and others in the headlines. These exchange-traded funds ETFs offer a quick way to make money, even though they have no idea what they're doing. Do you think that is the true motivation behind Larry Fink's entry into this field? He is determined to be a member of the new financial system despite his reservations. Even though it's the same one that was published on X previously, I thought these photographs would look wonderful on the US debt clock with that backdrop. People are talking about it here. May God shower his blessings upon the United States of America. However, I will add one more thing. As evidence, consider our debt of over 35 trillion. Inflation is a major concern for the majority of individuals as the national debt keeps climbing. Additionally, hyperinflation will occur at some point. A huge obstacle is on the horizon. As of right now, no one knows what it is, but if they discover, it will demolish this entire curve and throw domino into a tailspin. Financial system, most likely commercial real estate, residential real estate, the stock market. The next great upheaval will usher in a brand new monetary system. What is about to happen now is like a planned accident, except the issue that was supposed to come up has already been resolved. The bright side is that it is very unlikely to be implemented before the next election. They will stop at nothing to prevent a crisis that could derail the next election, so I expect Bitcoin to have one more thrilling spike. I would advise anyone I know who has put money into Bitcoin to get out of there as soon as they start making money, even though some people, like Michael Saylor, have forecast the release of 10 million Bitcoin imminently. I think most people would agree with me that Bitcoin's value won't go above 100,000. Put your worries aside and see what happens. If things continue this way, XRP might hit 10,000. On the other hand, I've been predicting for some time that things are changing, and I think XRP will reach 10,000 sooner than Bitcoin. It means a lot to me if you're a subscriber who is new to my channel. We will reconvene at a later time.